In this video, we're going to talk about cross sections and see a little example of what a cross section looks like. And then we're also going to look at what it means for when we say solid of revolution. So here we're going to, on this sheet, you're going to make a clay model, or actually a Play-Doh model, of each of these shapes, and then you'll cut it along a vertical, horizontal, and then diagonal line, and draw a picture of each of the cross sections. Before we do an example of that, though, let's just see what the definition of a cross section is. That is, a cross section is a surface or shape that would be exposed by making a straight cut through something. A surface or shape that is exposed by making a straight cut through something. So let's take a look at exactly what we mean by that. So I'm gonna come down over here to the square-based pyramid. You probably aren't gonna have time in class to get through all of these, so I decided to do sort of an interesting looking one. And so here I actually already formed the base of it is a square, and then it's a pyramid. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just cut this and check out the cross sections. So first I'm going to cut it vertically, so I'm going to cut it from top to bottom. Hopefully this works out okay. Nice. All right. And once you cut it, the cross section is the shape or surface that's revealed from the cut. So my cross section isn't that it's now like a right triangle, two right triangles. Instead, the cross section is the new surface that's revealed, and hopefully you can follow that by seeing the different color inside. So before I had a 3D pyramid shape, and after my vertical cut, I now have what is just the two-dimensional shape is what I'm looking at, and it just made a triangle. So on the sheet, I had a square pyramid after a vertical cut, so I'll say vertical cut. That made a triangle cross section. And so now I'm going to put this back together, and let's try making a horizontal cut. So I'll kind of try to reform it a little bit. And now I did a vertical cut straight up and down. I'm going to make a horizontal cut. And we're going to see what that cross section looks like. So I'm going to make that horizontal cut right there. And after that, again, it's the cross section, so it's the surface that's revealed, or the shape that's made after you make that cut. And so along the inside part, that new surface is a square. Again, it's not that the cross section is now trapezoid-like three-dimensional shape and then another pyramid. Instead, the cross section is the flat surface that's made. So the flat surface, the flat two-dimensional surface on both of these sides, is a square. And so for my horizontal cut, it is a square. And I'll leave the diagonal cut for you guys to try to imagine or do on your own time. Finally, we're just going to talk about a solid of revolution, which I have a little video for. I'll post the video that I got that from in the comments. And so this is just an example of what a solid of revolution looks like. You have some 2D shape, and now you're going to imagine rotating it, and you get a solid out of that. So you see they took that 2D shape and they spun it around to make a solid, and here's now, instead of just a line, it makes the actual full 3D shape. So that one was solid of evolution. When you have a 3D shape already and you cut that along a thing and look at the 2D shape that's made, that is called a cross section. So I hope that helped visualizing those two different things. And yeah, good luck studying geometry.